Good morning. In my last lectures, I was covering the different channels, okay, which were used in communication channel, okay, communication system. Then I was talking about the receivers and its characteristic. There I was talking about the algorithms followed by the receivers, okay, and then after I was discussing about the mutual information, okay, and there also I was talking about the average mutual information, okay, and also I was derived some expression for the mutual information, okay. So we have covered up to this in our last lecture. Now in this lecture i want I want to discuss about channel capacity, okay. So now coming to channel capacity, okay. So I'm coming to the next slide, okay, for the explanation. So in this lecture I want to describe about channel capacity. Channel capacity, okay. So the channel capacity is normally denoted by C. This channel capacity is denoted by C, okay, and in simple terms defined as the maximum possible bit rate. In a simple term, the channel capacity may be defined as the maximum possible bit rate, maximum possible bit rates, okay, a channel can support. A channel can support, okay. So that means when I am talking about the channel capacity, we can define the channel capacity as the maximum possible bit rates a channel can support without introducing any error. So here the error should not be introduced. Without introducing the error, okay. So that means channel capacity is the maximum possible bit rates a channel can support without any or without introducing any errors, okay. So now the units of channel capacity, suppose I am talking about the unit of channel capacity. Unit of channel capacity is what? Bits per second, okay. And the mutual information of channel is dependent, the mutual information okay, is dependent not only on the channel but also on the ways in which the channel is used, okay. Is dependent on the channel or dependent on the ways in which the channel is used. In which the channel is used. Okay, so that means the channel capacity, okay, can be defined in terms of mutual information also. Okay, so now I want to define of channel capacity according to mutual information. So okay, so the channel capacity, which is C of a discrete memoryless channel, okay, that is DMC, is defined as a maximum mutual information IXY, okay, that is maximum mutual information, okay, maximum mutual information, that is IX, Y, okay, in any single use of the channel where the maximization is over all possible input probability distribution on X, that is C is equal to maximum, okay, I X Y, okay, X Y. So the channel capacity is the function of only the transitional probability. It is the function of only the transitional probability, only the transition probabilities. Okay, so now in our next part I want to discuss channel capacity of a binary symmetric channel, because already in our channel and characteristic description I was discussing about binary symmetric channel briefly. There I have discussed the thing that is BSC or binary symmetric channel. Now I want to discuss about the capacity or channel capacity of a binary symmetric channel. Okay, so here I want to discuss the capacity of a binary symmetric channel. Binary symmetric channel or BSM. Okay, so BSC, binary symmetric channel. Okay, so now consider the BSC. I am showing you the figure here of the consideration of BSC. So consider this figure, okay, as per the shown figure, okay, the probability of error B P, hence the probability of correct reception is 1 minus P. Okay, as we are considering the probability of error is P, because of that the probability of correct reception will be 1 minus P. The probability of correct reception, that will be 1 minus P. The probability of correct reception I am telling you. Okay, so we know that the source entropy, that is Hx, Okay, I'm coming to the next slide. You just note down the figure, okay, and keep this figure for the understanding. Okay, now the source entropy, which is hx, hx is hx is hx is the source entropy. Okay, and this is maximum when all the transmitted message, that is x0 and x1, are equiprobable. Okay, so this value is maximum, that is hx value will be maximum when, okay, all the transmitted message, that is x0 and x1, okay, in this case, in our figure, in this figure, according to our figure, what are the transmitted messages, that is x0 and x1. So here two messages are there, but we can overall we can tell the transmitted message, it may be more messages also. So when it will be hx will be maximum when, here in this case, x0 and x1 are equiprobable. Equiprobable. Okay, this is E. So I can write px0, which will be equal to px1 is equal to half. Okay, where x0 and x1, where x0 and x1 are 0 and 1 respectively, 0 and 1 respectively. Respectively. This is L. Now under this condition, the mutual information, that is IXY. So the mutual information, which is IXY, okay, is also maximized, that is therefore C will be max IXY. Okay, so which will be equal to IXY. Okay, where, so at this condition, that is px0 p is going to, where px0 is equal to px1, which will be half. Okay, so the transition probabilities, okay, will be from the figure, okay, from the figure I want to tell you. See the figure. So the transition probabilities as per the figure will be transition probabilities. Transition probabilities will be p y0 x1, okay, which will be equal to py1 x0 which will be P, and similarly P y0 by x0, which will be P y1 by x1 is equal to 1 minus P. So the channel capacity can be proved to be equal to, that is C is equal to, C is the channel capacity, so C can be written as 1 plus P log P plus 1 minus P log 1 minus P. Okay, but here the source entropy HP is the source entropy which is HP. So HP is, the value of HP will be P log 1 by P plus 1 minus P log divided by 1 minus P. Okay, so it will become minus P log P minus 1 minus P log 1 minus P. Okay, so again I can write HP as minus P log P plus 1 minus P log 1 minus P, bracket end. Okay, so substituting this value, we can get, or we can write C as 1 minus HP. Okay, so here I can write C as 1 minus HP. Getting? So I have substituted this value, I have substituted this thing in a previous equation where I have written C as 1 plus P log 2P plus 1 minus P log 2 1 minus P. Okay, there I have substituted, and then we are able to write C is 1 minus HP. Now the graphical representation of C. Now the graphical representation. Of C. So the dependence of C on the error probability. Okay, see the figure for the dependence of C on the error probability, which will be illustrated by that figure. I want to show you the figure. So see this figure. From this figure we can the dependence of C on the error probability will be illustrated. Okay, so note that the source coding has not been included, okay, in this figure for the purpose of simplification. Okay, so note this figure. I want to come to the slide there for the explanation or for the illustration. Okay, so here the source coding is not included. Okay, so now the channel encoder and a decoder both are to be designed in order to optimize the overall reliability of the system. Okay, we can tell here that the channel encoder and decoder, the channel encoder and decoder, okay, both are to be designed in order to optimize the overall reliability. Okay, to optimize the overall reliability. Okay, so here I am talking that the channel encoder and decoder both are designed in order to optimize the overall reliability of the system. So in order to do this, redundancy is introduced. So to do that, okay, redundancy is introduced. Redundancy is introduced, okay, in the channel recorder. Okay, so mostly the block codes are used for the same. Okay. So I think we have completed here what the channel capacity, okay, basics of channel capacity. In this lecture we have completed the basics of channel capacity. Then we come to discussion for channel capacity of a binary symmetric channel. So what is binary symmetric channel? The thing already you know. I think in our previous lectures we have covered those things, and in this lecture I was talking about the channel capacity of a binary symmetric channel. Okay, here also I was discussing about the graphical representation of channel capacity. Okay, so I think you have understood the basic of channel capacity. In our next lecture I want to discuss about the noise free channel. Okay, so obviously when we have to talk about the communication system, so we should talk about our noise, and that there our aim is, we are thinking our aim is what we are trying, or we are trying to optimize the noise, or we are trying to save our channel from the noise, okay, by which the communication system will be proper. Okay, that means we are trying to make noise free channel. Okay, but in real practice may have some noise is added. Okay, so in our next class we have to discuss briefly on noise free channels. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.